You are incredibly ugly. Ew, I'm ashamed. Damn. Whoa.
I didn't feel the floor drop when she said it. I felt the whole room tilt. Slow, quiet, like an elevator losing power. Honestly, she said, loud enough for everyone nearby to hear, a broke, ugly, good-for-nothing guy like you should be grateful that someone like me even dated you. The restaurant went still. Silverware froze. A small laugh somewhere cracked the silence. Her friends stared at me the way people stare at a car crash, curious, awkward, relieved it isn't them. I wanted to react, but I just sat there in silence and smiled. Not because I wanted to, because it was all I could do to keep my voice from shaking. I nodded and slid my card to the waiter. She stood up, fixed her sleeve like she was brushing off dust, and said, "We're done. I can't be with someone like you. You can't give me what I want, and you do not fit my lifestyle." Then she walked out, her friends following, perfume trailing behind them. I didn't chase her, didn't argue. I just sat there, waiting for the receipt, trying to make sense of it all. When I finally stepped outside, the night felt crooked. Like if I took one more step, I might fall right off the edge of the world. So I breathed. Once, twice, the kind of breathing you do when your chest hurts too much to cry. Then I got in my car and let the radio play songs that hurt for me. When we first met, life felt lighter. We had 2 years together. Movie nights, burnt pancakes, bad haircuts, and inside jokes that stuck. She said she worked in marketing, big clients, bigger projects. She talked about meetings, business trips, and how much she loved me like she was living in some fast-paced romance movie. And I believed her, because it's easier to believe someone you love than to start doubting every word they say. Back home, I left the lights off and just lay on the couch, staring at the ceiling cracks until I finally fell asleep. The next morning I woke up to 13 missed calls, 2 unknown numbers, 4 voicemails. I burned my tongue on hot coffee because I couldn't sit still. Victor, my best friend, picked up on the first ring. "You okay?" he asked. "She did it in front of everyone," I said. He cursed under his breath. "I'll be there in 20. He showed up in 15, holding a paper bag of pastries. I told him everything, the dinner, the jokes, the bill, the look on her face. He didn't say much, just sat there, listening, until the silence felt like a third person in the room. Then he pulled out his phone. "I need to show you something," he said. It was a message from one of her co-workers, Chloe. It read, "She's not who she says she is. She's an assistant, not a manager. That big project she bragged about, she didn't even lead it." My stomach dropped. That night I went through our messages and pictures, seeing the small lies hiding in plain sight, little things that didn't add up, late nights that weren't work nights, trips that never happened. Then, around midnight, my phone buzzed. "Hey," a voice said. "This is Chloe. I work with Rachel. There's more you should know." We talked. Rachel had told everyone at work that I was clingy, desperate, always talking about marriage, that she was the one doing me a favor by dating me. And that dinner, she'd said I planned it to make her look bad. The next day, I got a call from her mom. "Hey, son," she said warmly. "Looking forward to seeing you at Rachel's birthday this weekend. She said you two have big news." I froze. Rachel had told her family we were still together, that I was coming. I stared at my reflection in the microwave door and said, "I'll be there." That's when I decided. I wasn't going to yell, post about her, or try to hurt her the way she hurt me. I had been invited over. I had a much better plan, and Chloe was going to help me with it. Saturday smelled like rain. I ironed a black shirt, the one she once said made me look average. This time, it made me look calm, untouchable. When I got to her parents' house, her dad hugged me like nothing was wrong. Her mom smiled and handed me a plate of food before I could refuse. Photos of Rachel lined the walls. It almost made me sad. She walked in wearing a red dress, the same one from the restaurant. For a second, we both froze. She whispered, "Can we talk privately?" I smiled. "We will," I said, loud enough for everyone to hear. She asked, "What are you doing here?" "I came to see your mom," I smirked. She invited me over. Her face turned beet red with anger as I excused myself. Dinner started off normal, stories, small jokes, but then her dad mentioned her promotion. Her mom asked about some big client. Her brother chimed in about her team. Rachel's smile wavered. She started speaking in buzzwords, synergy, targets, leadership. It was like watching someone build a house out of air. Then the doorbell rang. Her dad opened it, and there was Chloe. She walked in, holding a folder, looking nervous but determined. "Sorry to interrupt," she said. I just need Rachel's signature for Monday. She glanced at me. I gave a tiny nod. Her mom, curious, asked, "So, Rachel, what exactly do you do at work again?" Chloe hesitated, eyes darting in my direction once again, as if looking for reassurance, so I gave another nod, this time signaling her to go ahead. She took a deep breath. Then she said softly, "She's an administrative assistant." The silence that followed was heavy. Her mother set her fork down, slow. Her brother muttered, "I knew it." Her dad looked at her like she'd just turned into someone else. Rachel stammered, "Titles are flexible. It's complicated." Her brother said, "Like the truth?" And that was when the first shoe dropped. Rachel valued her mother's opinion the most, so I was going to use that against her. It was now or never. I spoke with conviction. "She called me ugly in a restaurant," I said. "She told her friends she was too good for me. She left me with the bill." Rachel's mother's face went pale. Her father sighed. Rachel tried to laugh, but it came out broken. "He's exaggerating." Chloe quietly set her phone on the table, screenshots of Rachel's co-workers gossiping about that exact night. Every lie, caught in text. Rachel's mother finally spoke, and her voice cut through everything. "Enough!" Rachel stood, shaking. "You're all jealous!" she snapped. She knocked over a glass of water, then she pointed at me. "A guy like you should be grateful anyone looked at you twice." Her mother didn't shout, didn't even stand up. She just whispered, "Rachel, stop." That was it. That whisper hit harder than anything I could have said. Rachel stormed out without her coat. The door slammed, and the house went still. After that, her dad apologized to me again and again. Her mom touched my wrist and said she was sorry. We ate cake, awkward, quiet, but weirdly peaceful. It felt like the storm had finally passed. As I left, rain started falling, soft and cold. My phone buzzed, a new message. "You've ruined everything. This isn't over." I blocked it. It was over. The next day, her dad called again. She'd gone off the rails, as I expected she would, posting rants online, showing up at my building, saying I ruined her life. I didn't respond. I was done playing her games. A few days later, she lost her job. She moved back in with her parents, the same parents who finally knew the truth. Months passed. I moved some furniture around, threw out the old photos, started sleeping better. Victor came by once a week with bad jokes and better food. Chloe and I stayed friends. Not flirty, but not nothing either. We laughed about how wild life can get. Every December, her dad sends me a Christmas card. A short note, a family photo, smiles that look tired but real. Sometimes I think back to that night at the restaurant, how small I felt, how much I wanted to disappear. And then I remember the look on her mom's face when she finally saw who her daughter really was. That was all the revenge I ever needed. She called me ugly, but I let the truth make her ugliness visible to everyone else. And that's the thing about revenge. It doesn't always need to be loud. Sometimes, the quietest moments cut the deepest.